It is Daybreak on Naraj News, and it's time for the press review. First look at what's on the front pages of the paper from around the world. We'll begin with our sister publication as usual this day, and it's leading with the sack of all service chiefs by the president. Also sacked was the Inspector General of Police, the CG Customs, and advisors. Appoints Bala Usman, Musawa, Gumel, Ibrahim, others, special advisors. Dissolves boards of parastatals, agencies, government-owned companies. And of course, the leading picture there on the front page of one of the leading pictures, that of the president meeting with the United States Assistant Secretary of State, Bureau of Energy Resources, flanked there by some of his special advisors, and of course the group CEO of the state-owned company NNPCL. The other picture is that of the new service chiefs, the acting IG, and the CG Customs. But about the nameplate this morning, in break from military rule in line with global best practices, it's police-led security apparatchik. Rubadu, police intelligence veteran, is now the NSA, the National Security Advisor for Nigeria. And in that black strip there, CBN plans more currency measures to stabilize the Naira. These and many more make the front page of this day this morning. You can pick a copy for details.
All right, leadership newspaper, some interesting stories on its front page. In one fell swoop, Tinubu retires service chiefs, IGP, customs boss. Names replacement, rejigs, brigade guards, appoints Ribadu NSA, leadership columnist Musa SA, culture and entertainment economy. And there you have them lined up, the ones that were, and then the ones that now are. All right, President dissolves boards of MDS, spares INEC, 13 others. He couldn't do those because he doesn't have the constitutional authority to do that. Tinubu off to France for a new global financial summit. And subsidy removal, FG Labour fix 2 months to implement resolutions they reached after with the committee they have set up to look into things that have to do with the fallout of fuel subsidy. Avoid gifts from corrupt litigants. This is CJ and Aruwola warning judges. This you can get inside the page of leadership.
Well, here's how the Daily Sun reports it. Hurricane Tinubu sacks, names service chiefs, appoints Ribadu NSA, CJ Musa, CDS.
Daily Sun.
The Daily Sun, yes. Kayode Egbetokun as acting IGP, Adeni Yadewale, CG Customs, Hadiza Usman, advisor. And their pictures, of course, make the front page this morning. Beneath those photographs, Presidential Election Tribunal hearing, INEC, Amazon engineer clash on non-transmission of result. There was no network glitch, says engineer. Network failure responsible, insists Electoral Commission. A lot of back and forth there. Other stories, Tinubu to attend Global Finance Impact Summit in Paris. ASU tackles federal government on student loan. Contends 90% of Nigerian students won't meet requirements, demand students grant instead of loan. Well, does that mean 90% of them will be arrested? Find out from that story. Drug war, 31,675 arrested, 5,000 others convicted, 6.3 kilograms of drugs seized in 29 months, says Mawar. And fuel subsidy, federal government resumes dialogue with labor. Court reaffirms other restraining NLC TUC from embarking on strike. These and many more on the front page of the Daily Sun this morning. It's a busy front page.
And it's also a busy front page for the Tribune newspaper. Let's look at some of the stories you have on the front page. Tinubu retires service chiefs, IGP, CG Customs, that's Comptroller General, names Ribadu, NSA, National Security Advisor, and some of the names you have there. Major General Christopher Musa is CDS, Chief of Defense Staff. You have General Lagbaja Coas, Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral Ogala, Chief of Naval Staff. Then, of course, you have a Wotoku, acting IGP, and the rest of them. And just below that, no new service chiefs. You can find that on page 2. It talks about each and every one of them. Nigeria's external reserves down by $438 million as Naira settles at 770.38 Naira to the dollar. Tinubu meets Bill Gates. Dangote pledges to prioritize health, Nigerians' safety. That's what they want to hear. We hope that is done. Hadiza Musawa named special advisor, among others. Data protection law breach. Banks, telcos, others to pay huge fine. Let's go to the top mast of the Tribune. To the left, subsidy. LG Labour set 8-week deadline to agree on intervention measure. Board of parastatals, agencies, institutions dissolved. Only presidential election results could not be uploaded. INEC presiding officers tell the court in the ongoing presidential tribunal in the courts. Yeah.
Let's look at the Guardian.
Sittings.
The Guardian Nigeria. Well, it's reporting that the president is receiving applause for firing the service chiefs and dissolving boards of agencies. That's a recurring story this morning. The federal government Labour fixed 8 weeks for conclusion of subsidy removal talks. President Tinubu pledges to prioritize Nigerians' well-being. Partners Dangote, Bill Gates, and so many others on the front page of The Guardian this morning.
Well, the same thing with the Punch. Like you just said, a recurring story. Tinubu removes security chiefs, customs boss, appoints Ribadu Egbetoku, and others. And the top mast, the same story. The Labour, well, there's a different one here. FS skyrocket as exchange rate hits 702 Naira to the dollar. I think it's time to go to the foreign papers.
Indeed. Very quickly, the Guardian UK. Tories round on Johnson as MPs vote to approve Partygate report. The House of Commons voted to back the report that said Boris Johnson lied to Parliament over the Partygate during the COVID-19 lockdown.
All right, let's look at the Independent newspaper. You see the picture of the Duke and Duchess of Dior there. Could the Sussex be signing fashion what's mega deal? All right, well, Partygate 1, final humiliation for Boris as MPs back parliamentary ban for ex-Prime Minister over lies. Partygate shame 2, fresh humiliation for the Tories as police probe jingle and mingle lockdown party.
The Financial Times leads with growing pressure on homeowners from rising from mortgage rates, along with pressure also increasing on Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. And a number of Tuesday papers also have the pictures all leading with the search of a submarine with 5 people on board that went missing on Sunday morning while they were on a dive to the wreck of the Titanic. And that's the front page this morning.
Yep, and that will be it. Even iPaper has a story on mortgage. That's press preview. Follow us on Twitter at Arise TV. Get the latest on our website, arise.tv.